Hello guys, welcome to the Skeleton Joe Show. I'm Joe, I'm not a skeleton, but this is the show.
And I'm Scott.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
And we're here at Pop Rock New Year's Evil, and you've done it again. You have done it again.
So how did you come up with the idea for this event?
It was actually presented to us by the hotel. They said that they thought we could do something really interesting at the holidays. And no one had really done shows in the holidays because of weather. Everybody was scared that we were going to have mountains of snow, and in this neck of the woods we do get a lot of snow. So we kind of took a chance on doing this. They wanted us to bring a band in and just do like a band thing. But I thought, if we could get our horror friends together at the holidays, because a lot of us, we don't do anything for New Year's. So to bring a bunch of people that you want to be with New Year's together, I thought it was a no-brainer.
How do you pitch the idea to the guests?
When we called the guests, we said, look, this is going to be a party. This isn't really a convention. Your appearance is going to be based more on being there and having a really good time with everyone. We were going to have the autograph portion because obviously they still have to make money. They can't just commit to coming to something and not be able to make money at the event. So when we pitched it to them, they were like, wow, this is really unique. This is something different. We don't do anything for New Year's. So a lot of these people in LA, there's big parties, and then there's the people who stay at home and just watch the ball drop. So yeah, they were on it almost right away. So it was pretty awesome.
What was it like being in the room with all the tables, the dance floor, and just seeing everything that you brought together?
I was pretty mind blown last night. During Craig's set, I had to walk outside. And I came back in because there was a problem at the desk. But I came back in, and it didn't hit me until I walked in and I saw all the tables there with the dark. The dark was over the room and everything, and there was no empty seats on this side. And then I look on this side, and there's no empty seats on this side, and there's stand-up tables, and there's people standing around stand-up tables, and it's full. That was the most overwhelming thing. I don't know, man. It was just a great feeling. Like, I don't even know how to really describe it because it was kind of like we did it, and I really felt like everybody did have a good time, and that was probably like my zen moment of the whole thing. It's like all this really did make sense because on paper it didn't make sense. There was everything fighting against us, and as you know, we had some difficulties last night. So yeah, it was just really amazing that everything worked out the way it did. I kind of felt like Rocky walking out the room. I just wanted to throw my arms up, and
And it's also cool to have all those people in the room that came to support you, to meet the guests and stuff like that, but also you had all the guests in the room as well. It's not like they just stayed in their hotel to with everybody. Everybody was together, everyone was saying it, and David Howard Thornton went up on the karaoke like 4 or 5 times.
Yes, he
Killed
did.
it.
Yeah.
And I choked him in a picture, which was even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's the thing that's awesome. That's to me, that's what makes pop rock and horror. I told everybody last year, or for the first show, I said, we're more about people than we are about, the money. Everybody, of course, people do business ventures to make money, but if you start with really good people, you can build something really great, and that's what we're doing here. You've seen a lot of new faces at this event. You've seen a lot of old faces at this event. You guys have walked in and you're high-fiving people that you only see at conventions, and that's pretty awesome. And I'd like to say, getting to see all friendly faces, and dude, the photo ops, having the guests down there at the photo ops last night, and they're taking selfies down there, and there would be other promoters who would think that that's a negative thing. It's not a negative thing. Those people have people in their lines today because of how they interacted last night. You guys have seen David's line has been never-ending all for the past 2 days, but it's because of how he interacts with everybody.
He was great. I was talking to him at the party last night.
Yeah, and that's an experience like you can't pay for that, but you can pay. After that, you have the respect for him that you want to get the autograph because you had such a great time. You're like, dude, we hung out with this guy all night. What are you doing this morning? Oh, I got to get his autograph. I just got to have it. So I think that's the thing that a lot of people miss is that if you interact with people, you're definitely going to be more inclined to do something with them the next day.
And it's like you are more about like the family. Like, you treat everyone that you meet like family, and it's great.
I felt like I was at a wedding last night. I went around to each table and, just thanked everybody because I think a lot of times that people don't thank people for doing things anymore. And it is a big deal. You guys could have been somewhere else last night. You drove 3 hours to come to an event in the middle of the sticks. This is not, you didn't come to Baltimore or a major city. You came to Gettysburg for this event. So the least I can do is come by and thank you for making this event what it is, because it's not about me, it's about all of us. You know, the experience of running up and high-fiving somebody or making them spill their drink or something. You know, that's pretty cool, and you can't really put a price on that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do we have any hints about Pop Rock 2?
Well, there's lots of good things that we already have announced. We announced Tony Moran in costume, and we announced Bob Elmore doing Leatherface from Part 2 in costume. And so far we've announced 2 X-Men, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, me too. I was going to say, I wouldn't be afraid to say that we're not going to look for more X-Men, because that's kind of my wheelhouse. I love those guys. And growing up with that show was a lot more adult-based than people understand. Morph dies in season 1, and for a kid's cartoon in 1993, which you guys probably weren't even born in 93. But I was going to say, for a kid's cartoon in 93, that was a really heavy topic. So, you know, that just shows how advanced that cartoon was. And I think that's resonating now with people that are at con age to come. And we want to open the doors a little bit. We don't want to be just horror. We want to bring that pop element back. And with the concert, we feel we got a really good, strong rock presence, and we get this pop presence in there, and we're still going to have a lot of horror, right? You know, because you can't go away from what you are, you know. So, but we're looking. I will tell you this: we're looking at some really obscure things, you know.
That's always good.
We're not always about mainstream. So.
Why don't you tell the fans how you got David Howard Thornton here?
Well, this is the greatest story ever. David Howard Thornton actually contacted me to come to the show, which means a hell of a lot, because we must have touched his life in some way or another that he wanted to come back. I really don't believe it was because he didn't have anything else to do, because he lives in New York. There's a lot of things that he can do in New York, you know. So that's a pretty humbling thing, that you've touched somebody enough that they're like, hey, you know what, let's do something with this group of people, because I had a really great time the last time I was there. So lots of kudos for David. I can't say enough good things, you know. And Craig, being the friend that he is, Craig did that show last night, which was amazing.
That was great.
You know, and
So good.
he's just such a good guy, and he's so full of energy. Craig actually picked David up, and they came together.
Really?
Well,
A lot of people don't understand that. Craig drove 2 hours to pick David up, and then they came back down to Gettysburg. They traveled back down 2 hours from their original point, and 5 hours to get here. So they did a 7-hour trip just to spend with us. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's really overwhelming as a promoter. That did bring a tear to my eye, because you actually feel like people, you know, that you made the connection with them, you know. So yeah, that was pretty amazing to me.
Any New Year's resolutions for 2020?
I just want all of us to have the best year we can, you know. Have our horror family build a little bit, you know, maybe at Pop Rocket Horror 2, you know, when we do the bonfire again, and the concert, and just hopefully bring some new people into what we already have. We have room to grow. We don't want to grow too big or anything like that, but we do have room to grow. And hopefully we can, that's pretty much my whole thing, is just try to bring more people into what we have and make this something that people can't miss anymore, you know?
I know it's a ways away, but you thinking about a part 2 for New Year's?
It's a ways away. I'll say that, it's a ways away. Yeah, I would not be opposed to the idea. We had such a good turnout. The numbers that we expected to come, we had double the numbers that we expected to come. So to me, that was really something, because again, we were worried about the weather. You know, 9 out of every 10 emails we got about the show was, I would love to come, but I'm just so worried that we're going to have snow, and I don't want to drive in the snow. And as the hot wave came through in the last week or so, it was really crazy. It's kind of like everything fell into place, you know? So yeah, it was pretty cool.
We were talking to Beverly Randolph, and we were talking about dressing up real fancy next year, if there's next year, and getting like that shining ballroom party picture. Everybody in that ballroom. I think that would be a really cool.
I think
That you were in the front.
I think that would be awesome, and I got to tell you that you know, we came up with the idea for the big Carrie finish about 5 months ago, and I talked to Anastasia about doing this, and her family was completely on board with it. It was really awesome, and they were just really, they just wanted to be a part of it, you know. And we were going to try to hide who was behind there. We thought, if Liz is this great character, why not let her come and do her thing? And she really sold the show. I mean, it was so neat. Everybody had just been fresh off of their toast, and the hugs and the, you know, Happy New Year's and stuff like that. And people were starting to skedaddle out of the room, and that's when we said, hey, we have one more thing we have to do. And people came back in, and I really think they were happy they came back in because that was a pretty cool moment. And she was drenched in the stickiest blood ever. And so
being up front and just seeing her get the crown,
yeah,
it was nice. And then like you just see like someone pick up the bucket,
yeah.
and we were just like,
And then Calissa gets on stage, takes the bucket. I was like, oh, this is
and
great.
she did her sassy, you know.
I didn't even notice that until this morning when I saw the video. And that's like the coolest thing because not only does she pour the blood on her, the music starts playing and she hits her with her butt and then she kicks her leg at her as she's walking off the stage and I'm like, the sass was awesome. That was so cool. So
Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else. I'm like tired. That's
Yeah,
about it.
Trying to get over all that alcohol.
But yeah, there is one other thing. Thank you both for always supporting us. You guys have been there from the beginning. Like I said, you were the first YouTube video I watched after the show because I was really terrified that everybody was going to say a lot of negative things. And you guys, I watched that and I was like, okay, now I can look at the rest of the internet. You know? So that was pretty awesome. So it's, I'm hoping that as long as you guys have your YouTube show, I always hope to at least get a couple of minutes a year out of you guys.
No problem.
Thank you both.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
very much.
You guys are awesome.
All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully we see you guys in May. Pop Rock and Horror 2. See ya.